Good morning. My name is Sue Fassler, and I serve as the Director of Sustainable Operations at the SUNY College of Environmental Science and Forestry. I'm also the co-chair of UUP's Environmental Issues and Advocacy Committee. And I would like to begin by deeply thanking UUP for providing the space and support for this new committee's important work and for being an enthusiastic partner and galvanizing force behind the fight for true systemic change. I would also like to celebrate and elevate the work of fellow EIA Committee co-chair Brian Obach and committee members Zach Bellinger, Don Erb, Justin Heavey, Ellen McTeague, Penny Strobick, Catherine Spector, and Tom Wilson. And of course, a tremendous thank you to the legislators sponsoring our suite of impactful environmental legislation. The EIA committee was deliberate in producing a list of very specific proposed environmental actions. Too often, broad sweeping actions are recommended, but failed to gain traction due to lack of accountability and focus. If successful, our 5 legislative priorities will be immediately impactful and transformational across the SUNY system and the state. They will place the environmental planning and action at the center of SUNY and state operations and will show the state's commitment to achieving the aspirational goals of the CLCPA. The 5 bills that will be introduced are as follows. Sponsored by Senator Robert Jackson, require SUNY Central to hire an environmental sustainability director. If SUNY is serious about reaching climate goals, it must hire a deeply committed individual tasked with holding SUNY leadership accountable while also providing a consistent voice, set of standards, technical assistance, and oversight to individual SUNY campuses. Sponsored by Assemblymember Dr. Anna Kellis, require and fund energy management, materials or waste management, and sustainability education positions at SUNY campuses. Current funding and staffing levels are not adequate to implement the sustainability-related policies in place, let alone those that have even yet to be developed. Concrete system-level operational change will not occur unless there are multiple staff members embedded within each organization capable of creating, implementing, and maintaining transformational programs. We are currently looking for a prime sponsor for the bill, which would create green revolving funds at each SUNY campus. Green revolving funds capture savings associated with energy management, materials, or waste management, and other initiatives and reinvest them to fund other sustainability projects. Sponsored by Senator Brad Hoylman, require SUNY Central and individual SUNY campuses to create and enact a zero waste action plan with associated zero waste goals. According to the EPA, 42% of U.S. greenhouse gas emissions are attributable to the production, use, and management of materials that become waste. Clearly, the use of materials systems-wide needs to enter the climate change discussion in a big way, but as of yet, SUNY has not set zero waste goals or created an associated action plan. And finally, sponsored by Assemblymember Patricia Fahey, amend State Finance Law Section 167 to keep surplus state property out of landfills. The state's current surplus property system is antiquated and results in the landfilling or incineration of a tremendous amount of usable material each year because its rigidity disallows the donation of items that have completed the OGS surplus process. Donation of low-value state assets would provide cost savings, lead to environmental benefits associated with waste reduction, create and bolster local reuse economies, and create jobs. The unnecessary disposal of usable materials is the antithesis of a restorative human and environmental ethic.